Grade, now is the time during the 2024 model clearance sale at Post Falls Volkswagen. Drive home the 2024 Tiguan today with 0% APR. Have a trade-in? We want your vehicle and we will pay top dollar. We also have cashback bonuses up to $2,500 on 2025 models. Don't let these deals pass you by. Head to Post Falls Volkswagen now, the home of 0000.
Don't worry, it's just me. It's Chad from the Easy Home Buyer.
Selling your home doesn't have to be scary. At the Easy Home Buyer, we make it simple, fast, and hassle-free, so you can focus on your next chapter.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
A neighborhood terrorized by a duck? He may look cute, but don't you dare get too close.
There he comes to try and get me.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Tomorrow morning, it's Quinta and GMA.
I'm going to see my friends again.
Yes! And GMA is right there as Abbott Elementary's Quinta Brunson receives the key to Philly.
I'm just so pumped.
Tomorrow morning, only on
Good Morning America.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, young drivers in Washington will have to get more driver's education under legislation signed into law within the past few weeks.
Albert James shows us how supporters say it'll address dangers and why one group says a different route is needed.
So our goal here is to make sure that our roadways are as safe as possible for everybody on them.
Democrat Brandy Donaghy of Snohomish County says sweeping legislation signed into law this month moves the needle towards safer driving. Under House Bill 1878, mandatory driver's education will expand to drivers up to 21 years old by 2030. Right now, only 16 and 17-year-olds have to take driver's ed before getting their first license.
For 18 to 25-year-olds who had not taken driver education, they had more than a 60% higher rate of crash involvement.
Mark McKechnie with the Washington Traffic Safety Commission says young drivers are disproportionately involved in serious or deadly crashes, but driver's ed makes someone less likely to get into a crash. To make driving school more accessible, the law also creates a voucher program to help with costs, allows online driving courses, and lets students do most of their behind-the-wheel training in one day if they have hardships like living far away.
We did want to provide an opportunity for them to at least have a chance to get that time in without it being more of a burden.
I'm a history major. I teach ELA. I teach a whole myriad of different subjects. But in a way, there's nothing that I've taught that is more important than driver education.
Alex Hansen, president of the Washington Traffic Safety Education Association, applauds lawmakers for trying to tackle a big challenge, but says the bill doesn't get up to speed. He's concerned about the quality of education offered online and adjustments to behind-the-wheel instruction. Hansen ultimately believes supporting drivers ed in public schools is the best way to promote safety, as they can reach all school-aged young drivers.
Kids who have access to a driver education program in the local high school where they already attend, they're going to take it. But only 20 schools in the state of Washington currently still offer it, when almost every school back in the 90s, when I taught it, offered it. And almost everybody took it.
Now, Donaghy says there are a lot of factors that complicate bringing driver's ed back to schools, though partnerships with commercial driving schools could go a long way. She says the idea is to ultimately expand mandatory driver's ed to 25. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, it is a beautiful evening. It is warm across the region. Our high temperatures today in the 80s and 90s. 4 things to know about your weather. We have a fast-moving cold front on the way for tomorrow. It's going to pick up our winds, especially around this time tomorrow. isolated thunderstorms. It's looking more and more like those will be west and north of Spokane. Cooler conditions for tomorrow, but still above average. Today, we were 17 degrees above average in Spokane, even more so in Coeur d'Alene at 88, made it into the 90s in Lewiston, and Moses Lake may have made it into the 90s at your house. Tomorrow, though, it's 70s and 80s. Very, very warm across the region, right around the Spokane area, 80s and 9 Mile, Meade, Spokane Valley, and downtown, as well as officially out at the airport. We'll be in the 70s in the Coeur d'Alene area north into Spirit Lake. It is going to be a mix of sun and clouds with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the late morning and early afternoon. I'll be back not only with your 7-day forecast, but it is Wednesday, Wildlife Wednesday, in a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, see you soon, Chris. A new program hopes to enhance health care in rural Washington communities by addressing workforce shortages and closures of smaller local hospitals. The Washington State University College of Nursing is launching a new program tailored to the needs of people who live in rural areas. Students will have the opportunity to learn in their home communities to prepare them for the unique demands of rural nursing.
In a rural setting, one of the challenges we have in those settings is to maintain our nursing staff because we have a high turnover.
The program hopes to address that by building a stronger healthcare workforce. It is funded through the Washington Department of Health grant that will give the university $100,000 a year.
Idaho won't execute any more death row inmates until at least July of 2026. That's when the firing squad will once again be the main form of execution in the state. Earlier this year, lawmakers passed a bill that replaced lethal injection as the primary form of execution. Right now, the Department of Corrections is working to retrofit an area of the maximum security institution to accommodate this change. States like Idaho have struggled to carry out lethal injection in recent years because it's getting more difficult to obtain the chemicals. IDOC says it will take 6 to 9 months to get the area of the prison ready. Then the state will need time to train the execution team. Well, Spokane County is expanding its substance use and mental health treatment with a new sobering center.
The county says this facility will help get more people into inpatient treatment for addiction. Derek Strom spoke with county leadership about addressing overdose deaths.
They can walk in and receive that immediate treatment.
Spokane County is receiving $3 million from the state legislature towards a $13 million sobering center. The county hopes opening a sobering center to add on to its regional stabilization center will get more people into inpatient treatment.
And it also reduces unnecessary hospitalizations and diverts from the Spokane County Jail, where we know it's not conducive to individuals withdrawing from substances and not necessary.
Spokane County has seen a rise in overdose deaths since 2018. Even as national averages drop, the number of overdose deaths in the county has nearly tripled since 2018, according to the medical examiner's office.
Spokane County has been investing quite heavily in immediate treatment to address the substance use challenges that we're seeing in the community. You know, after 300 deaths due to opioid in the last year alone, Spokane County recognized the need to do something, to act immediately.
Spokane County is hoping to build the sobering center into the regional stabilization center here because they found people have a much higher chance of getting into inpatient treatment from a sobering center when those two places are in the same building. The county says it's used this same model at Spokane Treatment and Recovery Services, or STARS.
Since we started that program in December, over 500 people have been admitted and then sent on to other services with an 85% success rate of getting them referred into either inpatient or community-based service.
The proposed sobering center would have double the capacity of the current STARS facility. Inpatient treatment beds are in high demand, and the county believes this facility would help many more people recover from their addictions.
I can only speak in speculation. We do have a target date sometime in early 2027. I'm hoping for earlier.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, former Gonzaga basketball standout is trading in her jersey for a whistle.
Brenda Maxwell gets to start her coaching career back in the Inland Northwest. Coming up, how her former coach helped her get the new gig at Eastern Washington.
And from the transfer portal, Gonzaga lands a big man from Grand Canyon. Hear about what he brings to Spokane right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by WSECU.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $18,000 off MSRP on a new 25 GMC Sierra 1500. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
The Open House Memorial Sale is on now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake and North Spokane. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service centers. Stock up in the parts department and enjoy free barbecue Friday and Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Bring your trade. R&R RV is paying our top dollar for almost anything in trade. The Open House Memorial Sale on now at R&R RV Center, Liberty Lake and North Spokane.
Living in Spokane means living with unpredictable weather, which makes your HVAC system the most important part of your home's comfort. Thankfully, Mainstream offers complete maintenance plans and emergency services to keep you comfortable in your home. With Mainstream, you can trust that your home comfort is in good hands, and your worries are a thing of the past. Contact Mainstream today for $50 off your service call. We are Home Services. We are Mainstream.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians, returns to Pend Oreille County June 14th and 15th. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and food vendors from across the region, this event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Get your tickets to hear from the country's foremost experts about their Bigfoot sightings and fieldwork both Saturday and Sunday. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mfbigfoot.com.
Looks like we made it! Barry Manilow. The last Spokane concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only at Spokane Arena Friday, July 11th. Get tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Our big Memorial Day sale means you can save up to $5,500 off, plus as low as 3.95% APR on a Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
A former Gonzaga standout just made her way back to the Inland Northwest. Brenna Maxwell is trading in her killer 3-point shot for a shot at coaching. Sydney Berger has the story.
Former Gonzaga Bulldog Brenna Maxwell is bringing her talents back to the Inland Northwest. Except you won't see her beyond the arc. Rather on the Eastern Washington baseline as an assistant coach for the Eagles. Brenna was drafted 13th overall to the Chicago Sky in 2024. But after getting hurt early on in her professional career, it was time for a new chapter. To help her turn the page, Brenna leaned on her former coach.
Coach Lisa Fortier at Gonzaga is really good friends with Jody Gleason at Eastern, and she put in a really good word for me.
It's the connection that brings Brenna back to her second home.
I mean, as a player, I feel like I have experience of knowing what I want from a coach, and I can maybe be that for a player as well.
There's a learning curve going from court to clipboard.
It's just a whole new side of basketball.
But Brenna already has ideas on what type of mentor she wants to be.
Every coach I've had, I want to pull a little bit out of. And I think for the Gonzaga staff, the biggest thing they did for me was the way they developed my game. Just like how individualized they made it and how much they really cared about that aspect of my game. It wasn't just about them winning games.
Brenna is swapping a jersey and the Zags logo for the Eags logo in an assistant coach job this upcoming season. Sydney Berger, 4 News Now, Sports.
Thank you, Sydney. And sticking with the Zags, they got more dudes. Former Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year, Tyon Grant Foster, is heading to Spokane, committing to the Gonzaga Bulldogs today. He's a 25-year-old. He spent 2 seasons in JUCO before a year at Kansas, another season at DePaul, and the past couple of years here at Grand Canyon. Grant Foster's 22 points led GCU in an upset in the first round over St. Mary's in the 2024 NCAA tournament in Spokane. So a couple positive notes for Zag fans. And this edition serves as the other half of an unofficial, kind of like a trade with the Lobes. Former Zag Dusty Stromer joined Grand Canyon from the portal earlier Important to note, though, Grant Foster still needs an NCAA-approved 7th year of eligibility to play for the Zags this season. He's expected to get it. Now, after a thundering 9-1 win over the Washington Nationals in Game 1 of the 3-game series, Seattle looks for the series win today against the Nats. It'll be their first in Washington State since 2003 over them. That was a 3-0 sweep. George Kirby's on the mound today in his second start since return from injury. He still seeks his first win. That first game wasn't too great for him. So first pitch happening right now. Highlights on Nightside. The Spokane Chiefs have a new jersey sponsor, Under Armour, replacing CCM as the on-ice and apparel partner, while Bauer is the new exclusive equipment provider. The new deal begins in the fall for the 2025-26 season and is in place until the 2030-31 season. And I'm a pretty huge jersey collector, so pretty intrigued that Under Armour is entering a new jersey tiered system, actually. So they're going to have like authentics, replicas, multiple options for fans to buy, which is terrible for my wallet, but good for my heart, so I can appreciate that.
It's a pretty good little teaser, too, just to show here and make us wonder what the rest of it's all going to look like.
We'll see it.
All right, Jack, thank you. If you're like my kids, they are counting down the days until summer vacation starts.
But experts say you might want to consider doing your back-to-school shopping sooner rather than later. CNN's Jen Sullivan explains why some items may be more difficult to find this year.
Back-to-school shopping means loading up on essentials for the new school year. One of the most frequent purchases, shoes. Last year, Americans spent $7.6 billion on shoes alone during the back-to-school shopping season.
Back to school, it is really the Super Bowl of our industry.
Matt Priest heads the Footwear Distributors and Retailers of America. He warns consumers should brace for fewer choices, even empty shelves, as well as higher prices. He blames tariffs.
Their dollar's not going to go as far as it once did.
Here's why. In April, the Trump administration placed a 145% tariff on Chinese goods. The White House temporarily scaled that back to 30% earlier this month. But China was already shipping fewer goods, according to the Port of Los Angeles. And when it comes to shoes, more than half are imported from China.
China has been our #1 supplier for many, many years.
Shoe stores are already being warned to expect higher prices from manufacturers and importers. One small business in New York City that didn't want to be named shared emails with us from various companies. One from Vita, which represents a variety of shoe brands, wrote, quote, "Due to newly imposed tariffs on goods imported from China, we will be implementing a price increase across select products starting June 16th. President Donald Trump says the tariffs are designed to encourage companies to make products in America and create more jobs.
Tariffs are about making America rich again.
Priest says less than 1% of shoes sold in the U.S. are made in America.
We don't have the materials, the supply chain, the know-how, or the machinery here in the States to help prop that up.
He suggests parents begin back-to-school shopping early to have the most options and avoid these price hikes. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
As of today, we've had 3 days in this month of May where we've hit 80 degrees or higher. We average 4 in the month of May. I think we're going to either tie that or surpass it. Nowhere near our record 15 days. That was back in 1924. I'll tell you about the 80s on the way and have some wildlife photos for you after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Spokane's hottest music. Hot 96.9.
The Jeopardy Masters semifinals are here.
And the Final Four faced off hardest clues yet.
How do these people know all this stuff? This is insane.
Jeopardy Masters semifinals tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Best prices, top brands, one location, RV Expo sale. Don't miss it.
Wildlife Wednesday. It's exciting.
Yes, indeed it is. And we've got a lot of heat to talk about, too, but let's get to those furry guys first.
Absolutely. Let's start off. Look at this darling cinnamon bear, a young cinnamon-phased black bear through the lens of Mark Vogt. Now, Mark tells me this bear, this is his first season without mom. He's out on his own, and something scared him, and he ran up at the tree. It was a little fawn.
Yeah, those claws don't look like he's scared, though.
That's a good point. Or either he's holding on for dear life, so the fawn doesn't, I don't know, scared him. Larry Crumpleman. Now, these two, I think, look like Vegas showgirls, but this is actually a mating pair of Western grebes through the lens of Larry Crumpleman, and I don't know what that look is all about, but I would not mess with them. A wonderful photo from Courtney Litwin. This is a mama coot and her chick, who she is feeding. Don't look too close at whatever it is she is feeding this little chick, but I don't know that I've seen a coot chick before, and they're not, well, they're cute in their own way, but special. Dale Hughes took some photos of a barn owl near Lewiston and got back, looked at his photos and found this hilarious shot of what looks like, he looks more like a grouchy old man than a barn owl. But,
is he laughing or is he screeching?
I think he's screeching.
It looks like he's laughing.
Dale says he was far enough away and with a big enough lens that he wasn't screeching at Dale, but maybe just letting his presence known. And finally from Marty Stowe, mountain goat. Talk about someone who's probably pretty hot today, but he was high up in the bluff, and I think it's a he. You can kind of tell by the shape of the horns. Male mountain goats have a rather smooth curve to their horns, where the females, it's a little more abrupt. And that's a good-looking mountain goat. We've got some wind on the way for tomorrow. Always a concern anytime we're getting into the dry season. It will be breezy throughout the morning, but winds will really start picking up about this time tomorrow, with up to 35-mile-per-hour gusts possible around the region, the highest winds in the Waterville Plateau and the Columbia Basin. We also have the chance of some showers and thunderstorms by 7 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm really starting to think most of that activity is going to be west and north of Spokane. We'll start to see a little bit of rain up in the Okanagan area, along the east slopes. By this time tomorrow, looks like all of that precipitation in an area from the Tri-Cities up through Moses Lake and Grand Coulee and into the Northeast Mountains and around the Colville area. Only a 20% chance of measurable rain in Spokane, and so we're watching that closely, seeing some different things. Keep your 4 News Now First Alert weather app handy. Quiet, calmer, still warm on Friday. Then we're back up to 87 Saturday. Another cold front coming through Saturday and into Sunday. We'll pick up our winds, but it looks like it is going to be dry. some wet weather as we start next work week. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, summer break is right around the corner, but the Salvation Army of Spokane is already gearing up for back-to-school season.
Yeah, the Salvation Army is partnering with Nom Nom Convenience Store for the 16th annual Backpacks for Kids donation drive. You can help, too. From now until the end of July, you can donate to Backpacks for Kids at any Nom Nom location in the Inland Northwest. So at the register, you either round up or make a larger donation.
You know, there are families that count on the Salvation Army every year, and we're seeing more and more families coming to the Salvation Army for support and essential resources. And so this event, it couldn't be more important.
The donation drive is happening now until July 31st. Then the Backpacks for Kids event will be on August 13th. For a full list of participating Nom Nom locations, visit our website, kxly.com.
All right, before we head to a break, here is a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Wednesday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get up to $6,000 total savings on Frontier, or get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
When you visit the LC Valley, you'll do more than just get away. You'll relive the history of explorers who traveled through this region, and you might even make a splash of your own. See educational exhibits of Lewis and Clark and immerse yourself in an authentic cultural experience. Unwind and savor the flavor in the Northwest Discovery Destination. Your adventure awaits.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save and 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
The NBA Finals begin June 5th on ABC.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, a quarter of Americans will be 65 or older by the year 2060. If that's you or someone you love, the health tips you need to know tonight at 11.
It is going to be a warm day tomorrow, high temperature of 80, but that's down from 87 today. Gusty winds and a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Pretty good run of the 80s there for the next few days.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of time to be outside, but stay hydrated. We aren't used to this.
Right.
For sure. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on 4 News Now at 6.
We'll see you at 11.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a
lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Watch meteorologist Matt Gray weekdays on Good Morning Northwest.
Pardon us. Your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow.
What the reality TV star's daughter is saying today.
I am absolutely freaking out.
Then, the devil wears